everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to a fresh new Hazel stream. There's some fresh new things going on in WoW to try out, or at least that's what I heard. That's what the rumor on the street was, is that there was something to poke around with. It's brand new this week. Octopixie, thank you for the 53-month resub. Hi, Hazel. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Don't mind me. I like to do something with my hands while I'm organizing my thoughts about what to do for the day, and for the moment that is chat lists on alts, because I may as well. I figure it'll be a little bit less of a slog if I keep up with it a little bit and just go through them in order. So I actually did my goblin rep, my main basic goblin weeklies and world quests on my main yesterday off stream. So I'm sorted for that. I just want to make sure I'm keeping up with my with chat lists on alt toward the part-timer achievement. Or chat mate achievement, I guess. We're 24 of 100, so we're almost 1/4 of the way there. I don't know why I've picked this one to be hung up on, but it is what it is. Char BB, thank you for the 4-month resub. Appreciate it. Good afternoon, Hazel. Good afternoon, Wales. What's happening? I want to try Dastardly Duos today. I was reading through the Wowhead guide, trying to figure out what the basic idea is. It seems like it's a piece of content you can do to maybe get some cosmetics. It seems maybe a bit time gated, and that the best way to go about it might be just to kind of keep up with a weekly quest. There seems to be a variety of things that you can do to improve your score in it, but I haven't really found a lot that corresponds to getting a very high score in it. It didn't seem super apparent to me, at least from the structure of the Wowhead guide, why, aside from just like fun and I guess the podium, a really high score would benefit you. So maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that'll make it nice and chill. I'm probably going to try it out on my priest, and I also want to do some more. We're back to Stormwind for Horrific Visions this week, and I definitely did not finish. Well, I have lots that I could do there because I took it pretty easy the first week. So I could do some visions. I could get some weekly research. I don't have as much time as normal today. I do have to leave early. I gotta go see someone about a house. You know, fingers crossed. I wouldn't say I'm losing hope, but I'm sort of going through the motions house hunting wise. But I am gonna keep going, so I gotta go out today. But I'm gonna stream until probably like 11, maybe 11:30 if I'm pushing it. But I do need to make sure I find time to eat before I go anywhere. I may as well dig one more scrap. This was mainly just for the chat list component, but I mean, if he does it again, he's gonna get one weekly done for a couple resonance crystals. Yeah, so that'll be fun. It'll be fun. Keep my fingers crossed for you. Thank you. We've seen what feels like dozens of places by now. I'm sure it's not actually dozens, it just feels that way. I think I'm gonna have to make some substantial compromises to my vision. I need to be realistic about my budget. It's not that I'm looking at houses above my budget. It's that I'm looking at like places to live in my budget and going, what if it didn't have this thing? And at a certain point, you just got to be like, well, you don't have $1 million, so stop being so picky. Did you have a pleasant weekend? I did. I did have a pleasant weekend. I had kind of a hectic weekend. I did lots of things for me. I didn't really have like a down day where I just sort of hang out. We did some fishing. I did some visiting. I did a bunch of walking. What else did I do? I feel like there was. We went shopping. I think, yeah. Did some errands. Just a lot of running around and going here and there. But it was lovely weather. I got some stuff that I was excited about. I had really gotten into my head that I really wanted to buy a bookmark. Which was kind of just a strange project because you can hold your place in a book with anything. You can rip off a piece of recycling. You can use an old watch strap. You can just remember. Bookmarks are not objects that you really need to purchase, but I had in my mind that I wanted to pick one out that I really liked. So I was at a bookstore and I spent like an obnoxious amount of time looking at every single bookmark that they carried at that place, like 3 or 4 times, to the point that I could have quizzed on which sorts and what sort of patterns and phrases they had on them, and then finally picked out 1 or 2 to take home and have, to hold your place in books. Have you thought about making $1 million? The ideas occurred to me think it's going to be a lot easier to lower my standards. Magazine blow-in cards were perfect until magazines stopped being everywhere. Yeah, I wanted one that I just really liked. So I went and I got some of those, and I also bought a little book. Because I guess I'm back on my wanting actual books and not just ebooks grind. I need to get to the library because I finished reading the books that I was reading. I'm pretty much out of book. And I'm enjoying the physical copies right now, but it's not sustainable to just buy a book every time you want to read it, especially because you might not even like it. You might read it and go, well, I'm never reading that again, and then you're really around the bend. Use an old festival ticket as my bookmark. Oh. Took my wife and I quite some time to find a place we both like, but it was absolutely worth it. No regrets. I'll try and be patient. It's good for me. Keep raising our price limits and moving our radius, but eventually found something in a suburb. I don't know if I have the capacity to keep raising my price limit. I would need to make more money. They're already so expensive. Kind of stuff do you read? I like lots of things. I like nonfiction. I like nonfiction. I like reading about sometimes like new agey self-help stuff, sometimes like what else do I like to read? I do like fiction as well. I like fantasy books. I like classic fantasy and classic sci-fi. I have a hard time sometimes with newer stuff. Doesn't always capture my attention, but the big originals, your Wheel of Time and your Song of Ice and Fire and your Discworld and your Dune and your Lord of the Rings, I like all that. BC has a crazy price bubble. Can recommend a library. You also like fiction. Yeah, most, well, I can't say most things though, because anybody can write a book, and people say the craziest things in them sometimes. They're not all made equal. What was I doing? I think I was doing that to try to do this. I may as well finish this chat list if I'm already here. Side streets, and I could do a side gig actually. Let's go check and see if there's an easy one. Because aside from that, side streets or excavation site 9. Also, I should use some of his Valor Stones, maybe in another character. I've started doing level 1 delves on Bountifuls just to get like the delve weekly done or to get my chat list done, because I no longer am leveling Bran. I don't care about the gear that's coming out of them. I don't need Delver's Journey or anything like that, so doing them on ones it's been kind of fun because it still progresses the things that I care about. Okay, so I'm gonna pull some stuff off of him, and I think I don't have that much time today, so I really should go poke my nose into Dastardly Duos. I'm gonna see if this hunter needs anything. Obscure scholarly texts about the philosophy and the humanities? Yeah, I do like philosophy. I like philosophy-related books. I don't want them to be too academic, but I also don't want them to be too, I don't know, distilled either, because sometimes that leads them in wacky directions. Need to figure out how to notice subs again. Oh, I'm so sorry. Ujai, thank you very much for the 58-month resub. Another month, another sub. Time marches on. Hope y'all have a good day. Thank you. Awesome. But it was with Discworld books that I learned that I'm no longer capable of reading books. That's sad. I had a phase in my life where it was a lot harder for me because I hadn't been doing it, but I did get back into it over time. This character has Valor Stones? Low Valor Stones. I wonder if she could use any. I've been using my kind of lower item level characters to just eat excess Valor Stones in my account, because usually they have some like random piece of veteran gear that they can dump it into without needing crests, or without needing many crests, or without needing hard to find crests. Kamalani Panda, thank you very much for the 55-month resub. Hi Hazel, hope you're doing well. Thank you very much. Doing okay. Doing alright. Stoma Teleportation not getting updates. I don't know. I should probably run out on updates. I haven't done that in a hot minute. Pull up CurseForge. Does it still work for me? I don't have it turned on right now. I was going to Dornagal to use the item upgrader to burn some Valor Stones, to pull some Valor Stones off of Anthus. I really have gotten a bit off track here, but that's fine. I got a nice cup of tea. The book that I bought at the bookstore when I was getting bookmarks was a little one on medicinal perennial herbs that you can grow in the Pacific Northwest. And it kind of just goes through various perennial herbs that you can grow and their history and what they've historically been used for and what kind of, like, how to sprout them and what sort of conditions they like. Which is like really interesting, and lots of things that I might like to grow in a garden one day. I will say though that using herbs medicinally is a little bit maybe beyond my my confidence level, just because a lot of these things are, you know, potent, right? And they can have effects that you may not necessarily expect. And if you're growing something yourself and you're preparing it yourself, you don't really have any way to guarantee the strength of your concoction, even setting aside kind of the homeopathy elements of it. So when you read an herb that says that when you take this tincture in a low dose, it can induce constipation, and when you take it in a high dose, it can induce diarrhea, and you're trying to imagine going for the happy medium, that's kind of a big ask. I think maybe I would just enjoy the pretty flower and not really go any further than that. Can we spend any? I don't really have any cresties, do I? This character hasn't done a thing. Or maybe she converted her crest up. Okay, well, she can pull some because she's not holding very many. You lose some when you pull them, but at least then we're not burning them on the other end. Let's take 500 off of Anthus just to give him a little headroom. Only reiterate, recommend the library. I do have my library card, so that's good. First time watching you in years. Quite wow, come back too many times. Did an herbalism daily got a knowledge book? Yeah, something like that. The illustrations are pretty. Virtual library card, signed up for Libby. Need to actually go down there to make it physical and get real books. Might make a transfunk potion. The effects run out mid-mission. It did make me think that I would love to, if I have a garden one day, plant and grow plants and herbs that make nice herbal teas. Not necessarily with strong medicinal effects or anything, but like a lot of these herbs in the book that I was reading was talking about how in its 3rd season or its 4th year, you dig up the root and then you roast it and then you chop it. And that sounds like a long wait, a lot of work, and kind of likely for me to kill the plant while I'm trying to harvest its root and roast it. So I would prefer things where I can just kind of like make cuttings of leaves and flowers and then either dry them or make tea out of them fresh just to have like a nice herbal tea. I love herbal tea. It would be really cool to just grow some. I want to feel a little more connected to the earth, but I'm not trying to do anything too spooky. Okay, so Dastardly Duos. I read the Wowhead article, so that was my amount of research that I've accomplished. And it starts over here, and they even marked it in the map, so maybe I should just, for the sake of learning, go in and noodle. I understand that it'll backfill the group with NPCs if I go in alone, which is my plan for the moment. And I don't think that there's any kind of a limited entry situation, so I think I can do it as much as I want. I don't think I have to be worried about using up my entries. Cowardly cheery bombs. Goblins love bombs. Find a cheery bomb inside of one of the wooden trees, and after you find the bomb, smack it for me. Okay. And he's going to give me keys to drive unoccupied Dastardly Duo vehicles. Peppermint, like lemon balm, lemon verbena. There's quite a few things that make nice teas. Maybe some, I don't know if I can grow chamomile here. A perennial is a plant that will come back year after year without you needing to replant it. Whereas an annual plant, you would plant it once in the year, usually in spring. It'll grow over the summer, and then it'll die sometime in the fall or winter, and then you would have to start over again completely. It only lasts for 1 year. Perennials sort of can survive winter and come back. It's a bit complicated because sometimes it depends on where you are. Some plants that are perennials in warm zones are grown as annuals in other ones because they would die in the winter. But they don't have to if they're taken care of nicely enough. There's also biennials, which I've kind of forgotten the definition of. Maybe it lasts for 2 years and then it's done. Some things are like that. Like they can survive winter, but they have like a limited lifespan in general. Who are the Dastardly Duos? Great question. Here's how to find out. Talk to Ziggy Maru and sign up to fight them. And because you're new to this, let me give you a list of Dastardly tasks to do while you're in there. Good luck. Maybe I'll see you on the other side. So this is our week 1 prize. It seems that a lot of the things that we're going to get from doing this are just weekly quest rewards for doing the weekly quest. Yeah. Complete the week 3 achievement. Complete the 4. Complete the 2. Okay. Well, we'll have a look at it. There's some stuff that we can buy there. And then this is just regular stuff. Ziggy Maru is right here. Sure. Have at it. SDV does not have perennial plants. Maybe the fruit trees. No, STV has like multiple season plants, but pretty much everything aside from the fruit trees, I'm pretty sure you're starting over in the winter, except for unless it's in your greenhouse. I've had your tutorials for Pet Battle Dungeons bookmarked. Can you possibly help motivate me to do it? So one thing I will say, and this is maybe not in my best self-interest, but if you're trying to do pet dungeons and if you're trying to do the pet dungeons, maybe check out Zufu's Pet Guides. If you haven't seen it yet, it's a fan site that I like to use where people will submit strategies, they'll vote on them so they're rated, and you'll have multiple options of strategies. So if maybe you didn't have the pets that I recommended in my video strat, you could use a different strategy there, and they'll also have pet battle scripts that you can use if you like to use that add-on. That's a better resource. It's just a fundamentally better resource than YouTube videos because it can show you so many options and because it has things like scripts and rematch import strings for you to just import. So that's where I would start if it was me and I wanted to do pet dungeons. And then the other thing that is nice is that if you do your pet dungeons, you get pet dungeon portals, very handy. But if you don't care about the portals and you're not in the mood to do pet dungeons, then don't make yourself do them. You know, life's short. Leisure time is limited. Do something that's fun. Shall I eat something? Let's eat some food. Oh. Okay. Let's find out. We've got... Oh, no. Don't remove the NPCs. I want the NPCs. I would like to try it with them for at least this first one. What's happening here? Drink a potion. Eat a food, drink a potion. Okay, so they give you stuff that you can get. Vial of healing, bottle of invis, can of amps. Oh, for sure. Drink a potion. Did that do anything to me that's worth noting? Can of amps. Movement speed increased. Okay. Fun. Eat food. There's cake from a fan. Beefy burger. Are those my options? Beef or cake? There's a refreshment table. That looks like a normal one, though. I think we have to go for the cake. The cake kind of, ironically, looks a bit like a burger. Rekeyed with a time walking group, and even though we signed up as 5 people, it thinks we're missing a DPS. There is a weird thing that can happen sometimes where if somebody leaves the instance group before or after they've taken the queue, or maybe before they've taken the queue might go through, but that person may not have made it in. If anybody was kind of twitchy about exiting instance, that can happen. Damage a dastardly prop. Is that something I'm going to do, like, inside? Sure, enter the dome. Kill all trash. Okay. If you say so. I'll do my best. We've got 5 minutes. Got some lovely undermine music. Oh, I damaged a prop. I don't know how I damaged a prop, but it's dead now. There's the bomb. They wanted us to kick one of those. Well, bless you. Kitty's got the sneezes. Oh, if your problem is procrastination and you have all the resources already, then maybe you don't want to do it. I would say it's more worth digging into overcoming your procrastination when it's about something that's like really negatively impacting your life. But I think that you can live a lovely life without doing pet dungeons if you're not in the mood to do them. The portals that you get are great, but they are otherwise a little bit tedious. If you don't want to do it, then don't make yourself. We're getting a score. I didn't do anything to try to give myself like an extra challenging experience and therefore a bonus score modifier. I think because I haven't really been shown any reason to care about the score. Morning Hazel. Haven't played WoW in months now. Thinking about getting it for my birthday tomorrow. Nice. Happy early birthday. I hope you have a lovely day. It'll definitely keep you busy. There is no lack of stuff to do these days. Oh, hey, it's Watchkeeper Garglemar. He must be the first boss, right? Yeah, and there's Gluptalk. So this must be the duo. You fight 2 bosses simultaneously. They don't seem too hard. I think I can do this to get more time. And then I think I can send the bomb. I think I can send the bomb at the trash. And then maybe it'll go off? I don't really know how to explode it. What do I look like, a goblin? There's Glubtalk. Trying to remember where Glubtalk was from. Was it Dead Mites? That watcher is healing. I'm gonna purge his heal. This bomb has a score. I think you rank up the bomb by killing trash with it, but it doesn't seem to do me a lot of good on the bosses, so maybe I'm a bit misguided here. I figured I would just come in and noodle around and hope I figured out. So we're getting the gears, which is adding to our available time. There's a goblin zapper coming. My tank is kind of dying, but I'm not the healer, so I feel like that's really not my problem. I think Krenna Earth Daughter needs to deal with that. Bring enemies. So we're supposed to bring the enemies inside the, what, the goblin zapper or the bombs? The house? Also, I am not a tank, so there doesn't seem to be a lot of good reason for me to, or good ability for me to bring anybody anywhere. For more score, yeah. But, like, why? I don't know if the game is just not very clear yet in its reward structure, or if I've been reading too many philosophy books and I've started to question the nature of winning. Time when you would have flash healed that tank until you couldn't anymore. Okay, so we have more time. Oh, and there's another boss. There's another 2 bosses, so maybe we can do 4 of them now. I'm assuming the Goblin Zapper is just something we're trying to avoid. And maybe multi-dot and kill? Sorry, I kind of thought after we killed that first duo bosses that this was going to be over. So, I am learning that that is not the case. If I have a full 5 minutes in which to fight these, you'd think that I'd be able to do it. Lots of achievements, yeah. Never been the negative one, but I do not like this event. I'm a little confused so far, but that's pretty normal for me because I'm new to it. I often will not like things game-wise until I've kind of figured out what they are and how they relate to me and what I want from them. So it just feels all a bit abstract at the moment. Finished the quest in the first run, kind of didn't have a reason to do more. That's sort of my feeling as well. I didn't see anything in the Wowhead guide that was incentivizing me to pursue higher score. It seems that if you get your weekly quest done, that's going to basically unlock all the cosmetics. Oh, there's Odo. Okay, so we technically won. I don't think the 5 minutes passed. I finished 1 without dying. Then there's finished 2 in a row without dying, finished 3 in a row without dying to get the undefeatable. Yeah, lots of achievements. Give the set workers job security. I'm not even gonna touch that. What is going on? This whole event feels pointless to me. I did do underpin, double question mark. Okay, we get a prize chest. It had 3 Titan disc fragments and some Warbound veteran gear. Okie dokie. Sounds good. Enter the dome. I'm in the dome. I think I'm trying to leave the dome. I think we're done with the dome. Well, this will take me out. Yeah, teleport to the camp. Dude, I'm so lost. So I got some form of score. I don't know what my score was, and I don't know what my score was for. I did finish this quest. You get that. They're going to give you a Dastardly banner and a prize purse with a piece of champion gear. So if you were gearing up afresh, I'll also... 1 second, litter box. Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out what the banner's all about. I have a feeling we're gonna plunk it down. And it's invisible. In 3 minutes, I'll try that again somewhere else. Maybe it's the area that's not letting us place things. Okay, so we do that. We get some keys to drive nearby unoccupied vehicles. We get some bullhorns that can summon more foes into the dome, which was needed for one of these achievements wanted you to use the bullhorn. Use it 5 times during a match. Now that I've done one, I can buy some Dastardly Shoulders for resonance crystals. They're 500 each. But, you know, we have some savings. I'm sure we can manage that. Just to keep up with the thing. Show me what you have. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then these are time gated. The week 4 achievement has a pinch zapper. And then you've got blue and black shoulders later on. Okay. Transform. If you unequip gear when you're lower item level, then it scales you stronger when you're scaled down. There wasn't a battle pet involved. Yeah. I heard there was a battle pet. Something about a spicy meatball. He must be achievement related, yeah? Meatball? Meatball? Hello? No. Finally more ways to spend refinance crystals. I'm always short on redundant crystals. I've been doing a lot of weeklies on alts, and that's been helping me earn more of them. It's a big grind, but it's also nice for raw gold. What did that guy mean when he said I could order food? You can change what food you want in there. I know you can get like challenging food that gives you debuffs. I want to be famous. I want to be a duo's darling. So that has to do with getting a high enough score and pay me a little, then fame is in your future. So I gave him 100 gold and now I'm famous. I must have gotten a high enough score from that first run. And now I have an achievement. That's genuinely hilarious. Okay, so the bombs collect more cheers near you. I still don't understand the bombs, but that's fine. I want to be a duo's darling. You know what fans love? An underdog. Okay. Let me Google it. Duo's darling. Fans love you and want to see you succeed. Earn the duo's darling achievements. Gain higher scores when you don't die. Oh, that's right. We saw that one here. Earn the duo underdog achievement and speak with Vinny Sweets. Okay, so the duo underdog achievement is to die 3 times and then win the match. Now, if I do that, I'm going to lose my progress on oh yeah, undefeatable for finishing 2 matches in a row without dying and then 3 matches in a row without dying. I don't know if I need this achievement for anything, but I feel like I'm just gonna do it because it won't take very long. And maybe I'll learn something while I'm just grinding out 2 more wins. Made for exposure, I suppose so. Here, let's try the beefy burger. Toy, podium. So you get the pet in week 3. Right, and then you get a mount in week 4. I'm so confused about what the point of score is. I just don't understand. I feel a little bit like I'm missing something very fundamental. Oh well, let's give it a go. I think I told her to dismiss all the mobs. Maybe this will make it harder. Maybe I'll die. I had lots of time last time, so I think I'm gonna not overpull it. Yeah, I'm doing this without any NPCs. I think that prop is being damaged. I don't know how or why. It appears to be on fire, and I'm a Shadow Priest. Be a little bit cautious here. One thing I'll say is that without a tank in the group, it's going to be a little trickier to keep myself up, but it will. Why are they not going away? Oh dear. Yeah, I am going to die, actually. That guy hurts quite a lot when I'm tanking him. It's a bit strange. Oh, flackies. Those really sucked. I don't think I can do it without the tank. Nah, I'm gonna be insta-dead here. Yeah. Alright, well, we'll work on the other achievement then. Which is to the underdog. So we need to die 3 times and then win, which is a little bit problematic because I've died once. I can die twice more, but I'm assuming that if you die 4 times, you're not going to get the achievement. I think it's, well, if I go, no, this is trouble. If I go and I get the NPCs, it may be tricky to die at all. I wonder why this hurts more than maybe I was really underestimating Krenna Earthshaw. I do have a flask. Yeah, I don't see us getting this. This seems a bit hard. Especially because I don't, as a solo Shadow Priest, really have meaningful CC. Yeah, no, I think we're toast. Excuse me, is there a give up button? I suppose we can maybe leave instance group? Yeah. No, I did one try with the NPCs and I tried that one without NPCs. Much harder. Much harder. Because I wanted to work on underdog. Higher scores when you don't die. So you have to earn the underdog achievement, then I'm sure he's going to want more gold. Do you think content is coming too fast? It's coming faster than I need it. Whether or not that is a bad thing is kind of like an interesting topic for discussion, because all content, especially when they're coming out with it this quickly and it's all kind of offering the same level of all gear, very optional. You don't have to do Horrific Visions. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do Nightfall. You don't have to do Undermine. You could do any one of them. You could skip them. So it's a question of, it gives more options to people that want them. But in like an MMO space where people kind of expect to be able to do everything, you're going to burn some people out that aren't able to adjust their own expectations. And you kind of overwhelm people who weren't ready for something new, that don't want to miss out on it. So I need to find a way to die 3 times here. And then still win. So I think the best way for me to die is to pull far too many things here against trash. So we're going to die 3 times. There's one. And then after I've finished my deaths, I'll be careful. Are my friends going to come with me? Oh, they're still out there. Okay. I've noticed a problem with this plan. I kind of thought that this trash would all reset. And it's not going to reset, and that's going to be really dangerous. So now that the tanks died, I'm going to get my second death. I need to die one more time, and then I need to stop dying, which is crucial. So they are resetting, which means that I can pull them. They keep their health. That's interesting. Okay. I'm gonna pull them and try and die one more time. Some kind of a cheap death going on there. If we do kill the trash, which is kind of looking like we're going to, we can also try to die against the bosses, maybe? The set workers now have job security. Okay. Don't mind the staggered release. Don't understand this content. Yeah. So I want to die. In-game. To be clear. Is there an AoE I can stand in? Or if I get the tank killed, that'll help too. I only have 3 minutes. How am I gonna die? The gears summon more mobs that might kill you. Some of them get you time added. One of them definitely did summon mobs. I also have the bullhorn thing. Here, I'll do that. And I'm gonna try to just pull them before the tank can grab them. Oh, flackies. Those will definitely kill me. Hit me! There we go. There's my third death. And now we need to be careful. And also we need to still finish and remain this. Finish the remainder of this, rather. Pull a bit conservatively. I think in order to succeed, we need to kill at least the first pair of bosses. If I had to guess. Sounds reasonable. Do as much damage as we can manage here. Sure, Garglemar was out early. What's happening? Maybe I walked too far backwards. Yeah. My last run I turned off followers and I was pretty hard stuck without them. I can't tank this stuff as a priest. Or as a shadow priest. Oh, I can move this thing. Fascinating. Okay. Okay, so I need to be very careful. Especially with that extra trash running around to not... Glove talk back. Turbo Boost was great. Visions were very fun. Nightfall on Duos could have been done with. Just give me the bounce from something else. Yeah. I like Nightfall well enough. I would like it better if they gave me the last cloak that I'm missing, but I might just pretend that doesn't exist. I had a great time in Undermine. I'm still really enjoying that content. Perfect Visions I'm kind of medium on. They're much the same as I remember them being, but I like the progression in them and the challenge of like kind of working your way up to more masks and getting better rewards for doing all of that. It says keep the bar segments from emptying. It doesn't say fill them, which is kind of fascinating. Oh, we won. So that should get me the underdog. Yeah, Duo's underdog. And then some more veteran Warbound gear, which is new Mog for me. Originally from Bragok, so it's giving us old Transmog, which is kind of neat and on theme. Yeah, parameters for success, a little nebulous. That's how I imagine casual players feel in a raid, just like things going on. No idea what any of it's for. Alright, so now that I've done the underdog achievement, I can tell him I want to be a Duo's Darling. I'm an underdog and a Darling too. Okay, I don't have to pay him for that one. That's nice. I'm now a Duo Darling, which means that I'll gain higher scores when I don't die. Sure. Okay, so if we want the weekly high score achievement, we need to get the target. So our week 1 target is 300,000 high score. I also haven't gained the podium. Is the podium not a week 1 kind of thing? Let's see. Dastardly Duos event overview. Hold on. So the podium is week 2. We're going to get that next week. Summon and upgrade the podium. Collecting gears from damaged bosses. That's fine. That's fine. Walking yards during a match. Also fine. Gain new high scores every week. It's for 50 achievement points. What I want to know is if it's required to unlock anything here. Defeat 6 Dastardly. I don't think so. I don't think that high score achievement. It might upgrade the podium in some way. You can jump on the podium and see your score. From which? Is it just the highest score that I've got so far? Oh, I see. I see last and highest. So I did 257,052. And my week 1 target is 300,000. I don't really know why I should pursue this achievement. I guess there's 50 points. There's some gear. You get veteran and champion gear, and there's collectibles. You can get gear that's just as good from many other places at this point, so it's not mandatory content by any means, but it will give you some gear. 50 points you get to keep. Oh, is it bugged? Yeah. New high scores. Maybe I'll try one more time and see if I can score better. So that I can, see if I can score better. Just to see if that will work. Last was 111, but the first time I did better at 257. I must have lost a lot of points for dying on purpose 3 times. No, not many collectibles, and most of them are from doing the weekly quest. Most of them are from doing the weekly quest. This guy has a couple of things. That's about it. Currently bugged, not giving completion credit as of June 3rd. No credit bugged. Okay. Credit for achievement popped. You must relog to see progress. So it's bugged for some people. It's working for other people. I don't think I'm going to pursue that achievement when it's not even necessarily working for everybody. I think we're done. We got our weekly quest done. I think we did it. I think that's it. I can't really, like, hate on it for being a pretty small, wacky piece of content, because it's not like they were promoting this as, like, the, you know, the load-bearing wall of a major patch or anything like that. Like, it didn't cost us a raid tier or anything, but I don't see a huge point. I think I'm gonna do something else. Selfie patch 2.0? Well, it was the same patch that brought us Nightfall and Visions, which also had some other things that we liked in it. It's just they've gated it out so that they didn't dump all of that on us at once, which I do think was the right move. Because imagine if we got Horrific Visions and this and Nightfall all at the same time. It would have been anarchy. It would have been so overwhelming. It would have been big burnout territory. Patch of throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. I think they're giving, like, their teams more freedom to kind of, like, make experimental things and then pop them into the game like this, which I think is a good thing. And they're doing it often enough that not all of them have to be winners with everybody. I don't think this one's a big winner with me, but it didn't really have to be. The stakes are pretty low. All right. There goes undefeatable anyway. Weekly for the mountain, that's it. Whatever achievements I get, I get. Yeah. Let's have some tea. And I want to do a little bit of Horrific Visions. Not necessarily anything crazy. I'm also going to check my phone here. I just want to make sure that I can get my weekly research done, if nothing else. And then I'd also like to get, there's the Nemesis mask. I have half of it from doing Gammon, so I need to look up the guide and find out where the other person I need to fight is. Let me just check this and see. Okay. So let's go poke around. I did not spend my corrupted mementos. I always want to call them corrupted mentos. I didn't spend them, so I've been saving them to put into research again. I figure I'll grind the mentos to buy the cosmetics after I've kind of finished with research. So this should be, yeah. We have how many of these? Enough, apparently. Saved up to just get my research right away. We have the memories. So we can finish this now, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Research complete. That's good. That'll help. Yeah, I haven't bought any of these things. 40k. That's a lot of Mentos. But they'll start to come faster at some point. And that's really the only. Oh yeah, there's this as well. Champion with Smith. Bind on pickup. And then this stuff is also bind on pickup. Okay. Well, I still have my Flask of Alchemical Chaos. Get all mounts there on Visions and told myself the other cosmetics are a future me problem. Oh, right. Okay. Horrific Visions. Nemesis mask. I think I'm trying to, like, unlock the masks. Let me just pop in here and see which ones I even have. First of all. So, we have available. Burned Bridge, done. Long Night, done. So for Nemesis, we need to do Hogger. Hogger's Nemesis Shard. Hogger poster on the wall before you enter the Mage Quarter on the right-hand side. Okay. Long Night was doing all fought, was just a full clear. And then Multitudes, which I think I did get, is a full clear with all trash killed. So I have Multitudes. So what am I missing? Nemesis, we're going to get by killing Hogger. Vengeance. Hang on. That's not the article that I'm looking for. Faceless Mask of Vengeance is a difficult mask to deal with. To unlock it, you need to loot the Mask of Vengeance within Stormwind. In the canal, surrounded by Void Speakers, spawns with 1 mask active. So I could do a 1 mask run, do Hogger, and do... 1 mask run, do Hogger, do... and then get the Vengeance mask and call that good for a start. What do I want to run for my 1 mask? I don't mind Burned Bridge. I also have Multitudes, which is extra trash, and I have Daredevil, which I don't want to do, so I think I'm going to Burned Bridge it up. We'll put that on, so that's the only one that I have on. And I am currently in a dungeon spec, which should be fine. What's Dark Imagination about? Just do the mage quarter. So if I do a full clear, pick up Hogger, and pick up... One moment. If I do a full clear, pick up Hogger, and pick up... the mask from the canal. Is it Vengeance? Right there, yeah. I wonder if that's reasonable to do. I think so. We've got lots of buffs now. Sometimes I try to enter the vision by doing that. I'm still working on my tributes. I have full research, but I'm still working on tributes. Clear Sight is nearly at the next thing. That's for potions and crystals. That's at 36%. I have experimental destabilization at 41, so I do have that one not done, but at 2 of 3. That's going to give me 8% extra damage done. Vision Hunter, love that. That's going to give me... That's just for doing trash, and that gives you movement speed and haste stacking when you kill enemies. And then this one, Elite Extermination, we love that. That gives you extra sanity back when you kill elites, and it's at rank 2, working on rank 3. Okay, so we're going to do a 1 mask Stormwind run. It might be too much, but I'm going to try to full clear, pick up the mask in the canal, and also do Hogger. It might be too much, but we'll try it. Doing well in potions. Yeah, I really like getting them. They're, oops, very satisfying for me. Yeah, I don't have Dark Imagination. I'm going to try to unlock that one this time around. So, Multitudes is on. I'm going to turn Multitudes off. There we go. And then I'm going to talk to Rathian to actually start the darn thing. Also, I should use a mana oil. I may as well. I got my crafted weapon redone to 681. I am item level 672. I'm going to go in with a Moxie Jug and... probably Reverb Radio. I do have Eye of Kazan, but if I leave combat, it's going to reset. Let's give this a whirl. So we're gonna try to check on the potion, the bad potion in the corner, and I'm gonna try to come up with something cute to help me remember which one it is. I used to play with a weak aura that would mark what all the potions did based on the first one that you found. I don't really bother with that anymore. All right. Purple bad. Purple is bad. We'll do Dwarven District first. Get these guys on our way through here. Sometimes it's nice to you not rush too much. I can stand in that for a buff, but I don't really need to. Especially with our current level of research. This is kind of why I procrastinated this long to do this kind of thing. was because I figured it's going to be just so much easier to do with the research. The reduced sanity drain in particular. No reason to make this harder on myself than it needed to be. Okay, so nothing special to worry about in the Dwarven District. Hogger's going to be on our way to the Mage Tower District, and the Mask of Vengeance is going to be kind of Old Town, between Trade District and Old Town. We'll do Dwarven District first. Updated WeakWare that does that now. Yeah. I figure that as long as I don't drink the bad one, I want to drink the rest of them anyway. There's nothing that I really want to avoid. So I've decided that it's not really worth having anything extra. Keep it simple, keep it easy. Is that purple? Nope, that's green. And that one's blue. I don't actually know what my current, like, madness is, I guess. I also didn't do as much Stormwind as I did Orgrimmar, so it's going to take me a little minute to remember what the different things are. What the different, like, mechanics of the fights and whatnot. That bike is looking at me? That seems to be something going on. Hello, Voidfire Death Cycle. I can't say I've really messed with that yet. I have a feeling this has to do with the Death Cycle mount. Hello. Alright, so that'll come with me. That's probably good. Didn't get around to that last week. No purple? Not purple. Oh, nice little sanity bonus. What do you want? This is maybe a mistake. A couple of mounts. Oh, is that my my madness? The one that's targeting me and walking towards me? I forget what I would need to do. Just kite it, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't remember what to do with that. Potion over here. Nice little sanity boost. Blue's fine. It's purple that's bad on this particular run. No rush, no hurry, no drama. The first time I came back in here, I mean, it was different because your sanity drain was much faster without the research. But I was really stressing myself out trying to go, 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 go. So that one's bad. We're not going to drink that potion. And it's not, especially right now, I'm just doing one mask, not super necessary. Oh, it stuns me when I hit it. Okay, so I probably just want to kite it. One more explosive that I must have missed somewhere here. Because we're going to fight the boss over there. There's extra trash over there. We don't need to do that. We've got multitudes already. Missed it over here. I missed a potion too. These are good for just working on the potion tribute. So, not the end of the world. Oh, and a crystal. I haven't started turning these in, but those also contribute towards the potion tribute. I just need to remember to turn them in at the end. I don't really remember where the ethereal is. I want to say near the orphanage. He's got to be in the cathedral district. I must have just unlocked something because that cache wasn't there before I would have seen it. Oh, that cache too. Come to realize that Devoker isn't that hard. Oh, nice. Extra Mentos, always good. And boss time. So the next thing we're going to keep an eye out for is in the canals after Old Town. really know what to do with that. And the canal's after Old Town. There's going to be a mask that we pick up with a trash pack around it. Oh, get out of that. That's a frontal. Any more potions? Oh, there's a crystal. We're going through this way. So for this one, I don't think I did a full clear last week, actually. I didn't do Mage Tower. I've done it. I did it last time that this content was current, but not since then. Oh, maybe I can just grab it now. And then go back in after. Is it on this side or is it on the far side? Can I run around the end if it's not on this side? Should be a, yeah, here we go. Vengeful Void Speakers. This is just for a mask. Lovely. I see it. I'm looting it. Can I have the rubber ducky? And we'll go back and we'll do Old Town here. That's at least one of them sorted. Leaden Foot. Oh, Leaden Foot does something annoying. It slows you down when you're walking, I think, so you have to, like, limit your movement. So they want me to defeat the disciple. Is this the disciple? That's one of them. Valera's over there, but I am behind a gate, so I think I need to go back this way. I see some potions. I hope Valera's okay. Valera is okay because I don't know where she's gotten to. She kind of ported through a gate that I couldn't pass. I think I came in a strange direction, and we have lost her. That's blue. We like blue. Is that a crystal? It's a cursed horseshoe. Perhaps I shouldn't pick up things that I'm not aware of what they do. Probably to do with another mount. Maybe this week I'll work through the Stormwind mounts. So I need to remember that when I'm fighting Matthias, I need to look at the eyes. Gone but never forgotten. Yeah. That's some sanity. This will be a little bit of sanity. I wish I remembered what leaden shoes, like how the things worked. Purple's bad. We're not going to touch purple. Red might be fine. That's got to be some kind of a buff. Ah. Shaw sucks. Yeah. It's okay. Taking the scenic route like this. I have picked up Valera, who I'm pretty sure I needed anyways. Oh dear, here we go again. I'm pretty sure I needed her anyways. And Got another potion or something? I forget. Oh, time for my cooldowns, actually. So that I can pop, like, Power Infusion and nice little Void Torrent. Get some full insanity before we go in to fight him. Hello? He's stealth somewhere, but I don't remember how to find him. Drop an orb, I've got 3. He's playing hide and seek. There he is. I'm looking at you! I'm looking at you! Or am I supposed to not look at them? I think I'm supposed to not look at them. Got it a little bit backwards, but everything's fine. We're gonna port back and then we'll run the other 2 sides. Okay, when we get to the mage tower, which is not yet, we need to be careful to do Hogger. I would also say thank you to Nymeria7. I did hear the sound. 27-month resub. Thank you very, very, very much. I hope everything's going well for you. So I was in that little hill. Flare him out. Why is your priest not posted? I don't know. It's a good question. You mean like under the stream in the info? It's a bit strange. Did I check the buildings for the buffs? No, I forgot. It's okay. I'll get them next time. Anything over here? Anything good? Any potions? No? Okay. Time to do trade district. Let's go left here. Keep an eye out for potions. Yeah, you can defeat named NPCs that are spawned to get buffs. I haven't really, like, relearned where they are in Stormwind. I had somewhat of a grasp on where they were in Orgrimmar from doing that a few times last week. I think there's one in the orphanage. There's a potion we can do. Less needed than 1 mask? Yeah, it should be okay. Even with all of the extras that we're trying to do here, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, it's all good. Get a chest. Get a potion. Lots of those in here. I thought there was something over there, but I won't worry about it. Purple bad. Norg only encountered the HP or damage increase guys in all 8 mask attempts. Didn't even remember them being in Stormwind as well this week. Wyvern Mount. Oh. I haven't looked that one up yet. Right now I'm getting the Nemesis Mask, the Vengeance Mask, and maybe there's one other one that I'm going to get with this run. But I don't mind doing extra runs, because we're going to need a bajillion mementos for cosmetics, ultimately, anyway, so we can kind of split them up into a few different runs. Uh-oh. Oh, stuck on a cart. There we go. He's all sorted. Now we can do the prisoners. Purple bad. So you said the Hogger poster on the way to the Mage District, like on the wall before you enter kind of thing? I'll keep an eye out for it, but I haven't looked for it before, so I might be a bit lost. One more There's one more over there, but it's gonna be... There's a guy over there. Because we're heading that way next. Griffin on my right. Oh. I think stream delay is going to make it too hard to use contextual directions. I won't worry about it this run. Thank you, though. I got another horseshoe. That's got to be good for something. Have I done the... No, I need one more captive rescued. Right side of the entrance, a bit hard to see. Okay. Guy out of there. I don't mind Burn Bridge when you're by yourself. It can get a little hairy if you're running into other mechanics or if you're in a group, but even with Flabby, it was fine. Ah, that's the Hogger Potion. Perfect. Okay. I might take a second for that mechanic to wear off. Also, I've kind of burned bridged myself. Oh, he's here. Buddy, I just took down your wanted poster. I'm doing you a solid. Lovely. And that's his nemesis chart. So I think now, as long as I finish the run, it's totally fine for me to not do anything else special for this particular run. I think those were all of the objectives that I want, which is good because I haven't done Mage District since last time Visions were a thing, so I might be a little bit chaotic here. Might be a little messy. We want to close Void Portal. That's right. Left, right, back. Cha-cha real smooth. Green, I want that. We want all of this. Oh, I've got some aggro from something. Don't know where that came from. I remember this was my least favorite, I think, of all of the districts and all of the bosses. This one got me into the most trouble. Is that mad at me? It is. We do have Leaden Foot. So there's a portal. There's a lot of things to move out of for an affix where I'm moving slower and slower the more that I walk. It's a little bit rude, don't you think? Okay, that must have been that guy doing it. That potion's gonna give me 100 sanity back. Lovely. Let's go down this way. I used to get so turned around. I remember getting lost. I remember being very lost in here. Trying to get your last, like, void portal. And really struggling when it came to limiting my movement. Falls out pretty fast, standing still for a second. I don't really see it anywhere, so I don't really know. I'm not tracking it very effectively. Perhaps he should be destroyed somewhere. Oh, maybe I should take them to like the forge at the Dwarven District. Or maybe I should worry about the horse thing later. There's probably more shoes that I didn't get to. Well, that was the boss. That was fine. Still have 2 more void portals to close. Potions. Like, I'm sure it's a buff. There's just a lot of buffs. Oh, it only stacks when you move in combat. Oh, okay. I'm gonna stop stutter stepping then like a fool. Oh, dear. There we go. My mini map was just zoomed in a bit. I think that was part of my trouble. Hate the mage quarter especially, mainly play horde. Yeah, I think this is the most annoying. It's a maze. None of the other ones are really a maze. Not to the same degree, anyway. Leaden Foot sucks as a dot class because each dot that you do counts as 1 stack of damage, so it ramps up pretty quick. Oh. Sucks when running after Umbria. So there is a guy, but like, is it around this corner? How do I get in there? It is around this corner. Okay, good to know. I'm gonna hold PI for Umbria. I think that's the last, or the last guy, Umbric. Yeah. So I'm gonna hold PI for him. Oh, I can get out through the building. I wasn't going inside. I was using classic hide and seek rules. Wait. I missed a potion. Wait for me. I will orb before this guy, and then I guess I'll orb before the last guy as well, because we do have 2 left. Vision's easier now than they were in BFA. A little bit from the get-go. It doesn't take as long as it did in BFA to kind of build up the power needed to progress farther into them. Like in BFA, I remember not even being able to full clear for a little while, let alone add masks in. The progression curve was more spread out and took a lot longer. But the end, like the hardest parts of it, like an 8-mask run, is still challenging even in very strong gear. Let's see if I remember what the deal with this was. He would like port to the side of the room and then he would kind of run, or you would make you run. Yeah, kind of like that. And you would be dodging these spears or whatever. What do you mean? Oh, I have to get to him. I can't keep running. Okay. That's what it was. I just took a health potion like that was going to help my sanity. And this is kind of annoying with Leaden Foot as well. However, my dots are ticking on him. Anyway. Oh, the polymorph, not the polymorph! He's gonna get me. That's really rough with burned feet, burned bridge. But there we go. We had lots of sanity. So we've done it. That's the kind of thing that's hard with Daredevil on. So now I'm looking for the portal. So we can go back to the beginning and finish this. There it is. This is 1 mask. I was trying to unlock more masks. So I was getting like the Nemesis shard from Hogger. I picked up the Vengeance mask, some things like that. Okay, so we'll pop our restoration orb. We'll do this last boss. And then we should be in good shape. That should be great progress. People were selling 5 clears back in BFA. You're not doing that again with 8 masks. I might have picked up the bike. Something bike-like happened. I never looked up the bike situation. I wasn't really ready to deal with it yet. So I didn't figure it out. What do I have to do for this? Maybe not look at it. Given that these guys repeat mechanics from other bosses, maybe with the eye I need to put my back to it and not look at it. Oh dear. Okay. Well, the good news is that we started with lots of sanity. Seconds. Not a ton of kicks on a Shadow Priest, but we got it done. There we go, some achievements. Even more horrific vision of Stormwind for doing a full clear, which I did not do last week. Raking of Visions for doing both sides of them, which got me the Pet Reek, which I am quite certain that I already have. I got some handlebars. Add some stuff to restore them. Okay. I got a Mask of the Pained. I got some champion legs, which are transmog, apparently. I've got an anomalous pet that I'm going to delete. Those are not worth very much. Got some spokes. Hide, something to do with wheels. Yeah, we're definitely working on the Void Bike, whether we like it or not. And there's Dark Imagination. Okay. Yeah, 3 masks. We just unlocked 3 different masks, which is kind of nice. Yeah, people were talking about item level manipulation for Dastardly Duos. I'm still trying to figure out what the point of pursuing score in that mode is. Do I have enough stuff to do any of it? 6 of the highest quality entropic enhancers. So some of these things I'm guessing, you know what I should do? I should take a short break. And when I come back, I should read what's the deal with the Void Bike so I know what else I'm looking for. I will be right back. It warms up pretty good in here. Ow! Oops. Pardon me. It warms up pretty good in here. Pinched my finger a little bit. When I'm streaming. Must be the computer. You're gonna progress on the bike and you're gonna like it. Void Bike Visions. Betcha wow. Yeah, Void Fire Death Cycle. Here, let's do a little wowhead research, shall we? Hang on. This is out of date. I wish they would change articles like this, because this is just based on data mining and we have better information now. So that was from March 11th. Yeah, that's an old article. Let's try this one. Players can finally obtain the Fell Reaver Death Cycle. Hang on, is that a different one? I was just looking at Void Fire. No, Void Fire. Void Fire. Why does it say Fell Reaver? Come on, people. Okay, we have a shopping list. All items have to be quality rank 3. You work order an engineer, button from an engineer, you get, and then you just get this stuff. I actually have the jumper cables and the crystal already. Alright, well maybe I'll see if I can throw a work order button. Sending it to Dornagal. Okay, so we did that. In there, you can interact with the Void Cycle, getting clues for all 6 parts you need in me. All of them are visible with one or more masks once all 6 parts are assembled. So, the handlebars. I have the handlebars from Valera's chest. So, why don't we get these things for now? And then we can make sure that we're looting the rest of the stuff. So, the engine block is inside the engineering shop in Orgrimmar. Okay, so some of this is going to be next week. Manifold, entrance to the auction house in the trade district. Umbrix End chest, we got that. The Void Crystal, I'm sure. We got the boar hide? No, we didn't. Right, so we'll need another Orgrimmar week. But in the meantime, I can do the handlebars and I can do the handlebars and I can do the exhaust and I can do the crystal, the battery. So maybe I'll do part of it. Alright, so let's go get a big red button commission going here. And then we'll buy the rest of the items that we need for the engine. See if we can be organized about it. They just renamed it. Oh, okay. Don't mind my vault, it's filled with disappointment. A little upset about it. Oh, I think I just need to recraft something. Button? Button. For the button, I don't need any. It doesn't seem like there's a quality factor to it, so I can just buy anything. Hoping to see a ton of people wanting the red button, but I've made 0. I'm just going to chuck a public order up. I'm going to double check. I'm going to look at the Wowhead page for the button and just make sure that I can cheap out on these mats specifically. No quality. Okay. Because I know the rest of them, they have to be good quality. Here, we'll do it on silver because that's kind of going to be kind of cheapest, I think. Just made one for a guildie. Nice. Okay. Here, we'll do big red button. Did I not pick up my things? I must not have picked up my things. There we go. Button. So I guess I'm paying them for their rusted scrap? How much is that worth? Because it's buy and pick up and I'm not an engineer. Seems to be used for lots of things. Nothing? Okay. I'm gonna throw like 750 on this and see if anyone bites. Wait, what do you... I don't have the required reagents. I must provide bind on pickup rusted scrap. There's a vendor near the NG table. Okay. Crisis averted. I was getting worried. Alright, where do the engineers live? I actually have no idea. Is it by the blacksmiths? I will ask a guard. Hello? Hello? Leatherworking. Skinning. Excuse me, sir. Excuse. Engineering, please. It's not something I've ever needed before. Okay. So kinda... Oh, is it inside? Oh, okay. Okay. What do you mean sold out? So let me get this straight. It's collected by engineers. It's soulbound. I must provide it. I'm not an engineer. It's available on vendors, but it's limited quantity only. That's stupid. Kanar, thank you for the 34-month resub. I think I'm officially not going to bother. I don't have an engineer. Got all the stuff out of Vision stuff on the auction house. It doesn't, it's BOP, so it shouldn't be sellable. Let's go turn in our masks anyway. I'm on for another 30 minutes or so today, so I should pick something that I can maybe make some good progress on in that time frame. That's kind of frustrating. Had an engineer make me the button, but everything else was auction house. Yeah, I'll worry about it later. Got some more masks to turn in. I wonder if that's the rest of them. Oh, hang on. I can combine my Nemesis shards. And now I have another mask to turn in. We like that one, because that's going to give us a lot of sanity back. So I think at this point I'll have every mask collected. So I could do 8 masks if I was feeling very brave. I'm not. I'm not feeling very brave. But it is nice to have the option to pick and choose and mix and match how many masks you want to do. Something else I could work on. Let me see. I have an idea. So the nesting swarmite has a chance to spawn from piles of trash. So we've been doing the right thing by looting those trash piles. We just haven't got lucky yet to have them come through. Do you get into profession stuff? Sometimes. I like alchemy and enchanting. So there's a Nihilothan Shadow Worm for 8 masking both visions. The Void Crystal Panther is a jewel crafter specifically. Recipes BOP can only be seen by jewel crafters. I'm sure you can use the mount. Oh, we've crashed. I'm sure we can use the mount in any of them, but mad title if you 8 mask both solo. No. Let's see. Voidforged Stallion. 1 mask active to see horseshoes. Get 4 stacks of the horseshoe buff. Interact with the anvil spawning the stallion, which drops them out. Let's do that. That sounds fun. Between dark speed, you find a corpse of a few griffins. So if I do 2 masks, I can do the griffin. So it wouldn't have been up in my last run anyways because it was only 1 mask. So you could just bring some food to interact with the bull. Okay. So here's what I'll do. We're going to leave the vision for a sec. We're going to buy all of the possible food that we would need. Collect mats for the Panthers and non-JC. Oh, okay. So I want to have, for the griffin specifically, I want a fresh fillet, a skewered fillet, chopped mycobloom and roasted mycobloom, and the nice thing about doing these visions over and over again is just that you're working on the tributes as well. I think I want to get my tributes maxed before I try and really go too high with the masks. Spiced meat stock, simple stew. Just to make it as easy as it's going to be. Kind of like getting brand leveled before I did double question mark underpin. Steak. Portion steak. And unseasoned field steak. So we're going to try to do 2 things in this run, which is going to be maybe a bit hairy, but we'll do our best. Panther can be commissioned. Okay. Well, that's good to know. In the trade district, on the way to the flight path behind Inquisitor Darkspeak is the bowl thing. And then and then I've got also the spot for the horseshoes. So let's get in there with 2 masks and go poke around very carefully. Don't think I'm gonna go for double question mark underpin. Don't like the gold schematic. I primarily wanted the real deal title that I'm wearing, but the gold cop trotter is something as well. But there's nothing wrong with deciding that something like that's not. Doesn't sound like fun. I do it all the time. Alright, so I've got Burned Bridge. I'm gonna go Nemesis for sure. To help me get extra sanity. Those will be my 2 masks. Okay, so I'm trying to work on the horse and the griffin specifically. Forgot about the title. It's a neat one. I do like it. Alright, let's see what potion we are not drinking on this run. I'll check for the buff bosses as well this time around. If I can remember, I'll just poke my nose in the buildings. Things will have a smidge more health because we've got 2 masks up from 1, but it's still a pretty modest amount of masks. Alright, purple bad once again. That's easy. That one's purple. We will not drink it. Maybe I'll do the other side first. I'll do this. It'll be a bit backwards for me. I normally always start in Dwarven, but we can do trade and then mage and then work backwards so that we can go Dwarven late to take our horseshoes there. I do need to be careful to see which... Okay, so we can drink blue. Need to be a bit careful to make sure that I'm picking up my horseshoes. It looks like there's one in each district, including one in the Cathedral District, so I guess I'll backtrack for that. Hello? Rug monster? That should give us a buff. And it's hard. We're pretty much at a neutral insanity gen while we're here. It's not that we can take an infinite amount of time in this zone, but we're not in a big hurry. And that's only with 100. You can later gain 150 from each one. On a patch of grass southeast of the fountain overlooked by the entrance is going to be our first horseshoe. Nope, purple bad. Green's better. Patch of grass overlooked by the fountain. So there's our first horseshoe. We need all 4 of them. Also, if we happen to see any trash piles, we can certainly... Oh, I forgot to turn in my crystals last time. I don't remember where the ethereal is in Stormwind at all. Okay, we're going to do Trade District, where there will be, next to the mailbox, between the bank and the inn. And I think the Trade District is also where we're messing around with the Griffin. Yeah, it is. We're not touching Craggle Wobblestop. He is what we call bait. I've fought him before and I didn't like it. So, drinking any potion that's not purple. We're going to pick up a horseshoe and we're going to do the Griffin. The horseshoe's between the bank and the inn. The Griffin's going to be back up where the Flight Masters are, so we're coming up to that next. There's going to be a specific combination of food we need to put in the bowl based on what the note says. We have all the options on us, we just need to interpret it correctly. Potion. Lovely. So here's a dead griffin. There's a blue potion. Here's a note. Only wants to eat fungus. Second rip note to the right of the trash poles will mention whether they prefer it raw and cooked. Okay, fungus. Where's the second note? Ground to the right of the pack before the Inquisitor. To the right facing which way? Looking for a second note. Unless I want to roll the dice. Is it here? It's here. Cooked. Okay, cooked fungus. Roasted mica bloom. In a bowl. Where's the bowl? Claw-marked bowl. Where is the claw-marked bowl? Where is the claw-marked bowl? I don't see a bowl. I'm a little worried. Bottom of the stairs. On the right is facing which way, though? There's another dead griffin. Oh, here's the bowl. Okay. Cooked fungus. Roasted mica bloom. And then rattle it again. This scared me for a second. I thought I didn't do it. Okay, whew. I was like checking the I was checking the guide again, being like, that was the right answer, right? Guys? That's funny. Udin. And we get a lovely mount. There we go. We got one of them. Delightful. Okay, I need to make sure I still get my horseshoe from this area. It's going to be between the bank and the inn, I think. So we have to do the vision. Although I suppose even if we lose it, we still get the Void Griffin. I've learned that already. That's nice. And there's Hogger. I want every potion that's not purple. Easiest boss in both visions. He's a little, I mean, he kind of annoys me when he makes it so I can't cast anything. But it's not like a problem, it's just sort of an inconvenience. Oh, lots of potions here. Keeping an eye out for the horseshoe. Next to the mailbox between the bank and the inn. Okay. This next little area here. I'll do these ones. Insanity's not a problem yet. But we're still only on 2 masks. Although I think this is the most masks that I've soloed with so far. I think I see the horseshoe. There it is. 2. So the next one that we'll get will be in the Mage District. To the left of the entrance to the Larson Clothier's store on the ground. I think I know where that is. We'll be kind of coming in if we take the left path in. And we missed just 1, but that's okay. We've got lots of sanity here. Trash! We can do the trash too for a chance to spawn the nesting Swarmite. May as well if we're here. Feels like the mail muncher all over again. Nope. Some coagulated garbage. Are you even an elite? You're not. Okay. Must remember to turn in crystals later. Don't forget. Did I get the manifold? I'll grab this. Just to have it. I'm not getting the bike done in a hurry, but that's okay. Had like 50 plus attempts before it finally spawned. Okay, we're not touching Hogger. Although, it kind of sounds nice. Like I could spawn him and I can get a little bit of an elite. Oh no, I can't tear it down again. I was gonna say I'm gonna get an extra 100 sanity. Wow. So my goal is to do the Mage Tower nicely. Or the Mage District nicely, but I also want to grab the horseshoe that's out here. That's important as well. So this is the clothing shop, which means the horseshoe's nearby. It's in the grass here somewhere. Hello? don't want to miss it. Just to the left of the entrance of the clothing store. Maybe I've gone not far enough. Maybe that wasn't... Oh, that wasn't the clothing store. That was the tailoring shop. That is an easy mistake to make. That's a fairly fine distinction. Just looking at the map, I was thinking, that's not right. That's not where I'm at yet. I came over here because I wanted this potion. Nice little bit of sanity. Extra red potion for me. Alright. Because the horseshoes are pretty obvious. Now this, I think, is... Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we have our horseshoe. And now, we need to work on closing void portals because we've closed none of them. This guy sucks. This is my least favorite guy. And that's saying a lot. In Horrific Visions. Achieve to get some horseshoes. There's a mount that you can get that I'm looking for here. So you get your 4 horseshoes from different places around the Starwind Vision, and then you take them to an anvil in the Dwarven District, I believe, at the blacksmithing hub. And when you destroy them, it'll spawn a horse that you can kill to get them out. I haven't done it yet. A lot of people did this week 1, but I didn't do it yet, so I'm working on it now. Oh, I am all turned around. Everything on the bike is warbound? I don't have professions on my alts. All of them have at most herbalism and mining. It is nice that those are warbound. Can I just run through this? Yeah, everything's fine. Similar horseshoe-based mount quest in Shadowlands? There was Blanchy. Blanchy was involved, I think, some horseshoes and other snacks that you would get in Revendreth. Up the hill and around the corner. I must remember a few things from having done this before, otherwise I would have been just doing loops forever. I think I've held on to a tiny bit of what I learned in whatever expansion this was. BFA. Alright. We've got so much sanity, the Hogger only gave us 69. Okay, so it's time for Magister Umbric. Put a lot of times in Division. The Mage Order is by far the worst area in Stormwind. Yeah, I agree. I 1000% agree. What do you think the worst section in Orgrimmar is? Is it the one with Rexxar? Valley of... What is that? Honor? I forget what the valleys are called. It's the big bugs that do the knockback are kind of annoying. They can really get you into trouble. And then Rexxar himself is sort of a frustrating boss, especially on higher difficulties. Yeah. Okay. Now that I've remembered that I can't just dot him from, or like damage him from a distance. When I got here, I thought to myself, oh, oops, I shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna be polymorphed. I thought to myself, I can just, what, you think you fooled me? I'm a caster. I can just cast. And then it took me a little longer than I would have liked to clue into his DR. Oh, I ate one of those. I'm gonna eat that too. I don't have a lot of interrupts. I'm on a 50-second cooldown. I'm gonna hold it for the polymorph. Well, he's gonna die. It's fine. Okay, so that's done. Time to do the other 2 sections, and we want to make sure that we do get the 2 horseshoes from Old Town and... Actually, just 1 from Old Town. But we have to do the Dwarven District first, right? Can you do them out of order? Could I go do Old Town and then the Dwarven District? I've never thought of doing them out of order. I always go easy to hard for each half of the thing. And we can just backtrack. It's not a big deal. We're not really out of sanity or anything. Oh, I didn't know you could line of sight that polymorph. Easier said than done. Oh, for Rexar, yeah. Interrupt void quills, focus on the boars. At lower difficulties, I just completely ignore the boars and I blow Rexar up and I kill them before they become a problem. But that strategy is not going to get me very far once I start doing it on more masks. Gonna be a little bit of a problem. Okay, so we'll have some trash to fight here. There's no horseshoe in this quarter, it looks like. There's only 4 horseshoes in total, and one of them was in the Cathedral District. The anvil's here, but we'll have to come back for that. We're gonna skip that purple vial. There's so many potions. I think I'm gonna do this guy to get his my sanity for doing the elite. Top up a little bit. I don't remember the Nemesis Mask and Hogger and Gammon from last time. They must be new. Or I've just forgotten them very effectively. Oh, it was... Oh, for a second I thought it was Hogger on the Void Bike. Why is this guy mad at me again? I have your bike. Well, I mean, I don't have your bike, but, like, it's... it's on the ground. Didn't really think we were going to be doing this again. It's okay. Easy enough. Any Swarmite? Nope. Just coagulated garbage. Watching do visions today is making me want to do some. Still need to farm a few more corrupted mementos from BFA visions, but left arm and hand is a pinched nerve today. Ooh, that hurts. That's no good. You gotta be careful with that. He's just mad that everyone's copying his bike. I don't know. I just really figured that he wouldn't show up again. Kind of thought I'd done him and he was going to be finished now. What to do? I don't mind this. It kind of feels like a pleasant chore, you know, like when you're really in the mood to fold laundry or like water your plants. Feels productive. Feels like I'm getting somewhere, getting some things done. I like the tributes for that reason. I like feeling like I'm progressing those over time. And that, like, that's what's really motivating me to pick up all these potions and everything, is knowing that I'm working on improving them with the tribute. So we'll be coming back to the anvil, presumably this one, but not until after we get our horseshoe from Old Town. Oh, you can't fear her. Kind of thought I could get away with that. Don't know how people are doing 8 masks, even 5 is driving me crazy. I wiped a few times on 5 last week with Flabby. Eat that. Grab a crystal. I'm sure somebody's already put it in chat and I've missed it, but could you guys remind me where the ethereal is that you turn the crystals into? In Stormwind? I know it must be the Cathedral District somewhere, but like I don't remember where he is. I liked your pun. We're just gonna do this pretty straightforward. So we're gonna get the horseshoe from the grass to the right of the Pig and Whistle Tavern entrance. Building opposite side to where you start. Okay. Nope, not purple. Don't drink the purple one. Green is fine. There's my horseshoe. So now I have 4, so we can go back. We'll do it after we finish the mage, or this district. We can go back and break it. Because I'm feeling pretty safe. Knock on wood, famous last words, etc. And the fun thing is this is our last zone of this particular vision. I always do it in the other order. This is normally my second zone and not my 4th one. So it feels really weird to think that I'm almost done. I'd say ignore the construct. Having someone tank for me made it much more manageable. So I'm gonna not look at the eyes. Valera, do you mind? Did I not kill something? Did I miss somebody? I don't think I did. Maybe she's just role-playing. I'll go back. Get Hawker out of the way anyway. Oh, some trash. And you swarm mine. Nope. Mysterious liquid. I used to kick myself for forgetting the the crystals in BFA too. It's just so normal to get carried away. Valera, if you could help me? I must have missed a boss. Oh, that's right. There's the other key. She's up this way. That's right. It's locked, isn't it? I guess I can go this way. It's a good job that we have lots of time. You think I would have remembered this? I just ran it. Black liquid. After this run, we can take a look at our new mounts, but then I'll probably have to run myself because I gotta leave early today. I don't think I've ever even looted one crystal. I didn't start seeing them until recently. Yeah, this guy. This lady. Oh, that hurt. Do we need to loot them? No, I think the key gets picked up. Yeah, she's gone. Oh, the crystals. Do you need to loot the crystals? It gives you some extra corrupted mementos if you loot them and turn them in. It's not strictly necessary. It'll help you progress the potion and crystal tribute. There we go. There we go. So he's always at the top of a hill. There he is. Good thing he doesn't have that much health. So now that we've done that, we can just take the port back. We're gonna go do the anvil. And then we'll look for the... I thought this was the rug shop. Oh no, there's an ethereal in here. We can turn in our crystals as well. You just do it once. I found 4 crystals. Take them and be on your way. So I give him the crystals. He... don't really know what he did. Oh, he's gonna leave me a cache. And that had 110 extra displaced corrupted mementos. So not bad. And it's progress. If you could at least CC the eyes, right? It's rude. I can mount in here, can't I? I always forget that. Okay, pop over to the... oh, I didn't even kill these guys. Cease. A little extra sanity. Heading to the anvil, where perhaps something happens. Interact with the anvil at the blacksmithing hub in the Dwarven district. Is it indoors? Wasn't there a blacksmithing shop around here? That's mining. That's the mining shop. That has its own puzzle. Back the big thing against the wall. There's a lot of walls. It's back where you were. Oh, this is a forge. If every I was directed towards an anvil, or maybe my brain just edited the word anvil in. And I checked several anvils. That is not an anvil. I'm upset. No anvil to be found. Thank you. Anyway, we got our mount. That's good. What was the other thing I was working on for? Forget. I think I did finish this now. I was doing a full clear. I was doing 2 masks. I was getting the horse. Maybe it was just for the horse. That might have been it. That line of sight did not work for Tainted Polymorph. Maybe it works in Umbric, but it was not helping me here. Okay. We did it. What's up, Hazel? Hello, Mr. Dismember TV. Yeah, we did the Griffin last run, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe I did the Griffin this run. I thought it was last one, though. Get anything? Lots of mementos. And some boots. Basically just enchanting fodder, if we're being honest with ourselves. 881. mementos. Plus, I'm sure there was some good progress into, some good progress on whatchamacallums, our tributes. I like this part. I like it when you exit and then you run away. So now that I've done all the research, I am now able to spend my mementos on stuff. So I can decide, do I want to save up 40k for the mount first, or do I want to grab the little pet? I already have the Wicked Swarmer. And then, of course, we've got lots of transmogs as well. I think I'll save for the mount. I think we'll do the expensive one first. Save up for that. There'll be all kinds of these things we can get from Mog as well. No end of stuff. Refulgent Crystal. Max quality. I think I sold all my max quality Refulgent Crystals. Maybe I can actually get one just by luck here. Let's DE our champion gear. We need a gold one. Yes, okay. There we go. We made one part for the Void Cycle. We've got the pulsing Void Crystal. There we go. I think we made some pretty good progress today. Also, I guess that's giving me Titan Disc Fragment credit. Good for gold and good for resonance crystals and whatnot. I was so confused by the Dastardly Duos. I don't really get it. Like, I think I get how to get the main things of it, but I'm just a bit... It's just more stuff in my bags right now. To my knowledge, nobody is pregnant. I mean, I'm sure there's pregnant people in the world, but nobody in my direct sphere. I am finished for today. I am leaving early. I've got a thing I gotta get to. I'll be back tomorrow, most likely. Normal stream time. We can find something fun to do. I appreciate your company. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.